Hi friends! On June 1st, 1965, a 13.5-foot boat slipped out of the marina at Falmouth, Massachusetts. Its destination was England. It would be the smallest vessel ever to make the trip. Its name was Tinkerbell, and its owner was Robert Manry. He had been the editor of the Cleveland Plain Dealer for 10 years, and he found that he was getting bored. And so he took some time off to pursue this secret dream of his. Robert was afraid, though not of the ocean. He was afraid of people who would try and talk him out of the trip. And so he didn't tell very many people that he was going, just a few members of his family and his wife, Virginia, who was his biggest supporter and encourager. The trip was anything but pleasant. He spent many sleepless nights trying to cross the shipping lanes without being sunk by the large vessels. Weeks at sea caused his food to become tasteless. Loneliness caused him to have hallucinations. His rudder broke 3 times. He had been swept overboard many times, and had it not been for the rope that he had tied around his waist, he never would have made it back on board. But finally, after 78 days alone at sea, on August 17th, he sailed into England. Now, during many nights along the trip, he fantasized what it would be like once he arrived in England. And he expected simply to check into a hotel, to have dinner by himself, and then the next morning see if anyone at the Associated Press might be interested in his story. But word had spread far and wide, and to his amazement, 300 vessels with horns blaring escorted Tinkerbell into the harbor, and 40,000 people stood screaming and cheering him to shore. Robert Manry became an overnight hero, and his story has been told around the world, but he could not have done it alone. Standing on the dock was an even greater hero, Virginia, his wife. She had refused to be critical and negative about her husband's trip. She didn't blame his business for burning him out. She didn't blame a midlife crisis for sending him on this ridiculous voyage. Instead of pointing the finger of blame, she extended a hand of encouragement. She encouraged him constantly, which enabled him to pursue and complete his dream. And it enabled her to strengthen her relationship with him in a way that wouldn't have been imaginable if she had had a negative attitude. When we choose an attitude of encouragement, it benefits both the people that we encourage and us. Of course, it benefits the people that we encourage because it builds them up. It makes them feel affirmed and valued. Encouragement helps us because doing something kind for someone else makes us feel good too. And in addition to that, it shows us that we have something valuable that we can give to someone else. Even if I'm going through a tough time, even if I'm bombarded with circumstances that are beyond my control, even if I feel drained and empty, if I encourage someone else, it reminds me that I still have something valuable and important to give. So be generous with your encouragement, and you just might be surprised by the boost that it gives you, just as much as the boost that it gives the person you're encouraging. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again soon.